Peace, Midnight, and today we're trying another Chronophoto video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am the Midnight Raymond. We have been trying this app for a couple of times now, and I have been getting nearer and nearer to getting a perfect date. And what I mean by that is, in this game, you have 5 photos, and the idea is to guess the year from the photo. And I have been so close to getting a perfect date. It is criminal. I have been literally 1 year away on multiples of this. And today we are going to find out whether I can actually get a dead-on date. So last time we did this, I think there was 2 within the video that I missed by like a year. So you go to Chronophoto and you can play as a party, you can play a daily one, or you just do what I do where you just press the middle. So what we're going to get is 5 photos ranging in dates between 1900 and 2020. And the idea is to identify the year based on the photo. So here we have the photo. So what we have is we have like a disco. We have people dancing. They're in this beautiful room. I mean, look at the chandeliers from the sky, from the ceiling, ceiling. The clothes and everything is usually what I gravitate towards first. In any photo, clothes can tell a lot. Although, if you look at 2020 nowadays, you can get people who are obsessed with vintage clothes, and it can just throw you straight out into a loop of what year it is. Because vintage is now popular. So in 2020, there are vintage stores popping up all over the shop. People are reusing, recycling clothes, and it can just throw you off with the year. So based on this, I want to say this is like 70s, judging by the hair, the open top shirts. I know you have open top shirts, but the chandelier, the kind of dance hall sort of style where people still did go clubbing and it wasn't completely frowned upon by like youngsters getting drunk. It was like middle-aged people going, dancing, things. If you look at like Saturday Night Fever, the movie, most of them were sort of, 20s, 30s. They weren't young. So I think I'm going to go for a 1970. Ooh, 1981. Okay, so we were close, but we were a little bit away. So we do still get points. You get more points the closer you are to the date. So, I mean, that's not bad. I thought it was 70s. Apparently, it wasn't. It was 80s. Okay. Moving on to the next photo. You win some, you lose some. You can't, well, I mean, you could get everything perfect. I highly doubt that you actually would. Okay, next we are moving on to what looks like a protest. I don't know what the protest is for because, unfortunately, I think this is German, Shiner, Dummit Het. I don't know what that says. I'm gonna guessing it's to do with, I don't know. I want to say it's something to do with animals. I don't know, the black dog here, maybe. I don't know what they're protesting about. It looks like a shape of an animal. Maybe that looks like a pig. That maybe it's animal cruelty of some description. I don't know. They're obviously protesting something, and this looks German, just by the writing. The kids look fairly, what I call modern day kids. So we're probably talking up here. I think we're talking a fairly new protest. We're talking like 210 plus. I think we're talking right the way up here to like. It goes up to 222, I think. Is it 222? Yeah, 2022. I think we're looking at 210, 215. I think we're looking at fairly new. I just don't know what the protest is for. So based on like the clothes and everything, the kids, these clothes look fairly new, modern. So I think based on that, there's nothing else really to go on. I mean, the signage and everything, I mean, people have been writing on placards, since the 1800s. That's not going to help me. So let's go for 210. Ooh, 2004. Oh, so I was right. I said it was in the 2000s. I had said more towards 2000, but then looking at the clothes and everything, I was like, I think it's more 210. So we're like, weren't too bad. It was 2004. See, this could be so deceptive. Vintage clothes are around nowadays, and things have changed and come so far. That is the problem in this day and age. Things have come a long way, but also stayed the same. Okay, so here we have, is this a funeral? I don't know if this is a funeral or a gala or something. We've got a bunch of dudes with lots of hats on. We've got this. I don't know what the statue is. I'm going to guess that this is in America. I'm going to guess this is America. It looks like that is an American monument. I don't know what it's called. It might be America. Honestly, not sure. You got the guy on the horse. I honestly don't know. I'm going to assume this isn't fairly new. I'm going to assume this is like down this way. I don't know much about American history. If this is America, I'm going to judge by this horse. This is America, although you've got this here. You've got the two people there. You can't really tell much from their uniforms, because military uniforms, although they've changed, they do stay the same. They all look like they're in, is this a funeral maybe? Or commemorating something? I'm going to assume like a funeral, commemoration. Ooh, I think maybe it's earlier, maybe in the middle, like 1938. I don't know if it's post-war or pre-war. Maybe it's post-war. I'm hoping you're enjoying this as much as I am struggling. I think it may be middle of the war, like maybe just before it happened. I think it's sort of 1940. Would that be too late? Let's go for 1940. 1903. Okay. Wow. All right. That really did change things. Holy bejesus. Okay, so we sucked at that one. I know the picture's a bit iffy, but you can just take in nowadays that look terrible just by having an outdated phone. I mean, we're not doing too badly today. Okay, so here we have, look, TK Maxx. So this is going to be fairly new. I mean, you're looking at 90. When did TK Maxx come around? TK Maxx has been around, is it 30 odd years? Something like that. So you're looking at maybe 90s, 2000s up. So we want to go up this end. The logo's changed for TK Maxx. I don't think it has. I think it's basically the same. Let's have a look at, oh, we'll have to get close. Where is the fashion? Honestly, wherever this is, their fashion just seems to be normal. There's no one really like standing out with like the fashion. So this might be more 2000s. We might be going right up in the years. Trying to look at the signs. I don't see anything that would give me an inkling to the year. There's nothing really jumping out at me apart from this TK Maxx sign. You've got the Body Shop, but that's been around for a good few years. No other real shops are like jumping out at me. This isn't an easy one. So I'm gonna go for 2000, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for 2000. 2003. I was really close that time. I knew it was 2000s. Oh, look at this. Look, 2003. Again, I was so close. I'm always so close yet so far. Some of them I do really well, and I'm like, bang, straight on the nose, like within a year or two, or in this case, 3. And other times I'm just like missing the boat entirely. I think some things can be deceptive. Clothes, scenery, military uniforms, unless you're like really up on that kind of thing. Okay, so here we have Sears service station. So this is definitely older. You can probably tell by the cars. These cars, so we're looking, I want to say we're looking going this way based on these cars. Even their shoes, you can tell their shoes, they're kind of, not her shoes, but this lady's shoes here. They're like the flat, flat posh trainers. Obviously, she probably dances in them. This kid's holding something. Even like their hats they're wearing, and his style of dress. I think these are like, I think this is 50s. The cars, see, it's the cars that's putting me off to make it think it's sooner. And last time I got myself with tricking myself that it was a different year. I think this is 50s. And you're in the audience going, Raven, we can't tell you. Well, you can. While you're watching this, you can comment in the chat bar and tell me what you think. I think it's 50s. It might be 40s. I'm going to go with 1950. 1946. Again. 4 out. Ooh. See, 1950s, 60s, and 70s are my years. They're the years I love the music from. I love the style of dress. And I think that's what I do so well. When it comes to like cars, buildings, and stuff like that, I'm a little bit less off because buildings can be deceptive. Nowadays, you could build a retro building in 220 and it would look retro, but back then it would just be the norm in 1950 or something, and it would just be in with everything else. And it's the same with the clothes. So many people now love vintage clothes and they wear them now. So if you took a picture of a bunch of people with vintage clothes up against a brick wall, could you tell the difference of what year it was? You might say, well, the camera picture's good quality, but you have no idea some of the pictures back then. There was a picture the other day taken in, I think it was 1903, and the camera must have been amazing that took that picture because it was a stunning picture. It was in focus, it had perfect color. It just didn't scream 1903. So if you go down here afterwards, you go to your results. So the first picture we looked at was of the club, and I said it was 1970 and it was 1981. I said it was 70s or 80s. I knew that much. This picture, again, I was a couple of years off. I said 210. It was 2004, so we were 6 off that time. This one threw me for a loop. I honestly thought it was like 1940. It was 1903. Just because the picture looks a little bit deceptive here. Wear and tear can be on any photo. Even taking a photo today and wear and tearing it can make it look old. You can weather a picture and sepia a picture, or sepia a picture as it's called. This one, I said 2000, it was 2003. We were so close. And then this one, again, I knew it was 1940s or 50s. I couldn't work out which, so I went with 50s. Should have gone with 40s, and it was 1946. So my final score is 2,350. It is my new high score. Round of applause for me. It's my new high score. You'll be happy to know. So I'm doing better. I think the more and more you play this, the more and more things you pick up. But it's the same with anything. A picture can be deceptive. It's no different to if you play GeoGuessr and you try and guess the location based on a picture. Architecture, especially in Europe, can be the same in like Germany and Romania, and then, you know, architecture in Italy and France and Spain, they all look kind of similar, even the same as Portugal. And trying to then guess a location can be hard, but trying to guess a specific year, there's a wide band of years it could be, especially, like I said, with today's technology, with today's retroness, recycling, upselling, and even back then, fashion had come a long way. Cars were iffy. I'm not a big one for knowing years of cars. So this is my new high score, 2,350. I have to say, round of applause for me. If you want to like, subscribe, and give us a big thumbs up, comment down below, were you close? And remember, no cheating or Googling. As you can see, I am doing this from my own brain live. So you can see it. Okay, it's pre-recorded, but you can see I haven't cheated. My phone is actually turned on silent and I haven't used it. But if you want to like and subscribe, if you want to help the channel in any way, a PayPal, super chat, or super thanks, all goes back into my channel. And I will see you soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. And try Chronophoto for yourself. You might do better than me. Bye, guys.